Hello there. All this while we'll be talking about meditations, right? Including the ordained bhikkhu, samaneri, samanera, ubasika, upasika, upasaka, upasika. All these practitioners, Buddhists at large, who longs for meditation, and we know that meditation is good for us. And there are many methods of meditations. And the meditations that I'm going to touch today is called the loving kindness meditations. And this is very crucial for us, for each and individuals, because we human beings, we long for peace and happiness of oneself, and that's for our own welfare and happiness. And as we know, we have all these worldly materials needs which we have very successful, or we have mostly accomplished all these essential things that we want, and we have it. But deep inside us, we still find something is lacking. This is what we call unsatisfactory. Not satisfied. This thirst of unsatisfactory, of wanting more. And when we have it, still there's something still lacking. Right? And the worst is we are always triggered emotionally by the thoughts. And where does all this thinking, thoughts, memory comes from? It's from this present lifetime, our eyesight contact, our ears contact, sound contact, right? And our actions. And certain things that we encountered in our life, certain things that we are not satisfied, not happy, or maybe we are offended by certain actions, certain ways of people staring at us, way of people talking, the way they talk, the speech, they zoom into our ears, and we're going to latch on to what people say or what people talk, look at us, or what people do, something that we find that is not right and we're not happy. And we hold to that moment of unhappiness or unsatisfactory, and that becomes a memory in our subconscious, right? And that causes unhappiness within us, which is called, we call the memory, is a kind of unintentional kind of memory. We don't intend to want to latch on to the memory, but it's in our database, and there's nothing we can deny, and we are not happy with it. And we have been disturbed or bothered by this kind of thoughts that is circulating within our head up there. And we know it's there. We try to ignore that. We don't care. I'm not affected. But when we are alone, and this thought surface certain time in our life, we find that it's very painful. It got kind of effect, the kind of emotionally effect, impact on us. It made us moody. We feel frustrated, unhappy. We feel uneasy. We feel that something is not right. It's very uneasy, and we don't know what to do with it. Right? So under these circumstances, a lot of people, they don't know what to do. They turn external. They switch attention to externally. They don't want to focus deep into them and what's wrong with me. How can I solve my problem? If you know how to throw out the proper question, how can I solve this problem? What's wrong with me? How can I tackle it? Then there will be a way out. But if you just run away with some other chores to cover up this thing, then forever you are just keep, catch 22. Keep running away. You keep running away from the real thing that's happening within you. So the Buddha say, you must love yourself. You must have the kindness to yourself. You must be kind to yourself by generating thoughts of goodwill to yourself. Because this form of unwholesome thought, it has an impact, and it's not going to be good to us mentally. So when we generate good thoughts, may I be peaceful and happy. You see, straight away you can feel the immediate relief. May I be peaceful and happy. May I be free from all stress and pain. May I be free from animosity. May I be free from oppressions. May I be free from trouble, and may I look after myself with ease. Sounds simple. But as you repeat, may I be peaceful and happy, you feel the immediate relief. Yeah, I want to be happy. May I be free from all stress and pain. Yeah, it's very stressful. I don't want stress. Yeah. May I be free from animosity. I don't want anger. I don't want to feel animosity. May I be free from oppression. Yeah, I don't want people to bully me. I don't like people to. So we don't do it to other people. May I be free from trouble. Yeah, it's very troubled. My mind is very troubled. I don't want trouble. May I be free from trouble. May I look after myself with this. Yes, this is something I need. You see, straight away the mind agree, and it can bind. Now it can bind because the mind agreed that this is a very wholesome thought, and this loving kindness meditations or developments of loving kindness thought to oneself is to embrace yourself, is to make yourself happy. Bring up this sorrowful state of mind, clear them out from your mind. Clear all these unwholesome thoughts, clear all these painful hatreds out from the mind by using this loving kindness meditation that induce good thought in oneself so that you feel nice, right? You not only feel nice, right? And when you communicate people, you know how to communicate properly. When you look at other people, you know how to look properly. And you are very truthful, right? And you can see nowadays there has been a lot of what we call that educational thoughts about positive thinking, positive energy, so-called nano energy, or so-called, all these are supposition terms which people want some fresh terminology to make them more new. People like the word new expression, new terminology, new discovery, but it's the same old mind, same old body, shit body, stink body of ours. It's the same old thought, same old brain, same old body, same old feeling, same old memory, same old mental formation, and same consciousness that is perceiving all these things all the time. There's nothing new. It's just a new terminology, and don't be taken away by human beings like new terminology. You see, Earth, the sun never change, the same sun. The moon never change. The wind blow, the wind never change. The coldness never change. The heat never change. The water never change. The earth never change. The space never change. What change? Our mental phenomenal change. The way we think, the way we make up story, change. We change story to make things fresh. It's the same thing. You see? What we really need is what? Our faith, the trust, the belief we have in what we are doing. And that's very important. Second thing, effort. The persistent effort. We must keep doing it. Third thing, be observant, very mindful, and be aware of what is happening, and be very self-contented with what you are doing. If anything is not right, we change. Anything is wrong, we change. The practice of developments of this mental thought is to enhance one person, enhance yourself for the betterness of your own personal well-beings, both personally and physically. Right? And this is very important. This is very, very important. It's just that we need to put in effort, serious effort. We need to put in serious attention, observance, very intended on how to uplift ourselves. Mindfulness. And as you progress, then you can gain concentration, right? Then you can gain a peace of mind. The peace of mind doesn't arise just like that. No, it needs to work for it. Because our mind has been extorted. Our mind has been all the while been intoxicated or so-called poisoned by the contact of external things. And if we are not informed, we can take the wrong thing to be the right thing, and the right thing to be the wrong thing, because we base on what? We base on what we like or what we dislike. We don't base on what is called moral or immoral. We don't base on what we call, is it against the morality of a human being or no? You see, we base on what we like. How greedy, the more greedy I like, I want more. And if it's against my liking or what I want it to be, then I will deny it. And then, you see. But if you were to follow a standard guideline laid down by the Lord Buddha, right? Then we have a measuring tape. We have something to refer to that whether it's right or wrong. You see? For example, the 5 precepts: no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no telling lies, and no taking of alcohol. And we know this is good thing. This is very positive thing that if we do, it will lead us, peace and happiness and prosperity and a trust among community of people. Trust. If we breach these 5 things, then there will be trust. People will distance us. You see? And the more we practice, how do we know we are practicing correctly? Whether my meditation is going to the right direction, because as you meditate, sometimes when you meditate, certain people will say that I have this inner voice that tells me what to do. This inner voice. Yeah, you can say inner voice, you can say intuitions, knowledge, or so whatever terminology you want to put it in. But this so-called inner voice to us, we call it contemplation. We contemplate, we call it sankhara, perceptions, analyze, analytic, mind, right? It's another supposition terms. But anyway, you decide, oh, the mind that have a self-dialogue. Normally I use a very simple word. We have a self-dialogue. We have a self-discussion. Instead of discussing with your friend, you are very alert, and you have this having this self-discussion within you to decide, right? And when you start to decide that you're going to do this, and you become, okay, I'm going to do this. You do this. You see, this inner voice, the mind knows what to do. So you call this inner voice. Now, whether you are right or wrong, you got to go and compare with the 5 precepts. By doing this, is it good for me? Yes, it's good for you. Is it good for other people? Yes, okay, do it. By doing this, is it good for me? No. But good for other people? Yes. Better don't do. Is it good for both? Do. Good for one side only? No. Or not good for anyone? Better don't do. All the destructive thing we don't do. Right? So then your mind can have the trust as you move along. We call this kind of contemplations. Will start to contemplate, and you will know that whatever suffering we used to hold on to, our mind become less tensions. Less tensions not because it disappeared by itself. Less tension because we practice, we contemplate. When we contemplate or we consider, we call it yoniso in the Buddhist term. They call it yoniso manosikara. You contemplate, and you arrive to a understanding that, oh, this thing should be this way. Because it doesn't advocate, or it doesn't increase your great hatred or delusions. It only make your great hatred, delusion decrease, and for the betterness of oneself. Okay, please go ahead and do it. And when you do it, you feel happy. You feel very, your mind is placed in a state of happiness and free, carefree, and you know you're doing the right thing. Then you don't worry. We're on the right track. Right? Then you say that, I'm happy. You are happy because of your own doing. You are sad because of your own doing. You're this unknown mind, uninformed mind, uneducated, uninformed, you don't want to learn, you don't want to find out from the wise people, whether they are lay people or monks or ordained or more experienced old people. Find out from them. You got nothing to lose. Don't be so proud about yourself. Don't be so arrogant of what you are that you cannot find out. There's nothing wrong. You see, we must be humble if you want to learn things. You see, if you're the arrogant, picking up a show, the kind of a pride, then you're not going to learn. We must be able to, down to earth. Dare to put ourselves down to earth. Dare to ask if you don't know. Dare to say, sorry, I do wrong, I've done wrong. Dare to accept our mistake. Then we can progress. You see? This is what we call bhavana. Bhavana is called developments. Development of one words, the way we speak, the way we do things. You see? Kaya kamma, vaci kamma, the way we talk. Kaya kamma, the way we do things. Mano kamma, the way we think. The way we progress. We manifest, we think. Or we program. We project. So if your mind is trained, you see, when your mind is trained and your mind know how to manage, do yourself, own self, mental management, then life is very easy to handle. As I say, it's very easy to handle because we're not going to latch on to unwholesome thought. We're not going to latch on to hate, thoughts of hatred, thoughts of greediness or jealousy or the fractions, that kind of unwholesome thing. We're not going to befriend this sort of thing. But certain people, they come with this kind of mindset. That's the problem. It's not a problem. But we can associate these people, but we are not them. Right? That's why the Buddha said, to each his own karma. To each his own karma. We always hope that we can advise someone and someone can, change. But if you don't change, what can we do? So be it. We're not going to go to hell with them, but we can stay in this world. You see, this world lives without us. You see? Like for example, this talk. If that's a request, okay, I share. Is it a formulated talk? No. I dare to say, I never plan my talk. I just talk casually. What comes up, pop in my mind, it's wholesome. Okay, let go. Is it a planned talk? No. It's not planned. It's not pre-planned. You see, if you were to refer the English version and the Chinese versions that are spoken just now, is totally two different subjects. But this is the way we are. This is the nature. We delivered, we shared. You see, actually when we shared, we're not trying to show off. We share because we want to give encouragement. You see, by sharing that, you must really practice. It's just like going to a university. You must get your degree in order to testify that, okay, I passed I'm graduated, right? You got a degree. You got this degree, and that is for worldly thing. For meditations that are based on your own mind state. Now, who can testify that besides yourself? Right? And for a monk, especially for monks, for ordained people, how are we going to testify? We're talking about how good we are in our meditations, how can you attain this, attain that, how knowledgeable you are. Have you put to test? Have you been to the graveyard? Have you been to the open ground? Have you sit under the rain, heavy rain, sit under the sun, 12 o'clock sun, sit under thunderstorm, sit under cold weather, go without food, go barefooted, go for 1,000 clicks of walking. Test yourself. Why the mind scared of this hardship? Why? You see? Chicken out. Why? Scared of hardship. You look at the lay people, they work so hard, harder than the monk. They only work for the rice. You see? I'm not trying to run down anyone. I'm just saying we got to put to test. We got to put to test. If not, how can you tell you are ready? Have you measured yourself, your greed, hatred, delusion? How you measure? How you measure? Before you go for house invitation chanting, your master to think how much are going to give you. Finish. This is greed. Don't go. I cannot. I must go. I see. This is greed. This food no good. That food no good. This is greed. This is not organic. That is not organic. This is shit. What are we practicing now? We're practicing development of the mind. You see, it's good to be healthy eating. I know it's good to eat healthily. But hey, if you're a monk, you must be an easily fed monk. Easily fed, that means easy for people to support you. Not a troublesome monk, not a traveling monk going all over the place, telling people what you need, begging for money. For what? Encourage people to meditate, encourage people to sit and meditate, do the chanting, study the sutta. You don't need money. Nowadays, we have all this online, better still. What we did all this big building for? All this white elephant in the end, who used? Nobody used. All these resources have been spent. You see? For the future generation. Where is the future generations? Where? Wait. When are they coming? You see? This is the food for thoughts. This is something we must look into it. You see? We have all kinds of monuments around the world. And it's become ruined nowadays. Ruins. You see? Never put to use. And we want merits. Yeah? We Buddhists keep talking about merits. What is the merit? What is the real merits? There's two kinds of puja. Amisa puja, right? Things that you give, material things, right? Material things. Amisa puja. Like a lot of people, they puja flowers, oil lamp, candle, joss-stick, water, buildings, Buddha statues, all kinds of flowery things. Amisa puja, material offerings. This offering, the Buddha said, not the highest offering. This is the most cost kind of offering, and it's the most easiest way to do. Yeah? You just have money, buy it, and you can have it. You see? Another kind of offering, we call it patipat puja. You offer through your practice. You offer through the practice of your precepts, your 5 precepts, your 8 precepts. You ordain as a samanera, your 10 precept, samaneri, or as a bhikkhu, 227 precepts. You see? So we touch on that. Patipat puja. You see? When we practice bhavana developments, mental cultivations, we develop mental cultivations. Metta bhavana, anapanasati bhavana. See? Bring the mind to a state of concentrations. And through this concentration, they induce what? Panya. You have the wisdom to see things as they are. The truth, realities of things. The suffering that is all the while haunting within our mind, haunting, gossiping up in the mind, is because of attachment to all this kind of unwholesome thought that is harboring in our mind. We latch on to this kind of thoughts. That's why we suffered. You see? I so sad. Because that fella, because she, because he, because this, because that, I this and I that, always the I. You see how our mind manifests itself. This so-called analytical mind manifests and attached to the thoughts within us. And how? By attaching to this thought, it triggers this unhappiness within us. So by relinquishing, by being mindful every time this thought arises, and it has the impact of unhappiness, emotional feeling arising up, straight away we do, straight away remedy, straight away self-reminder, look here. This is not going to be wholesome for you. This is not going to be good for you. This is going to be, it's going to create more pain, more suffering, more remorse. You want remorse? No. Okay, don't think about it. It's over. Keep reminding yourself. Keep reminding yourself. Educate yourself with the right values of thinking. Then you can change. You see, it's going to take 1 day or 2 days. It's going to take many, many times. Many, many days, many, many months. Until the mind, when the mindfulness hit at the right spot, you see, sati, sampachanya, when it arises, pop, you can arrest right and there, this thought dismantle right under your nose. And you feel yourself, wow, a sense of relief, a sense of happiness that arises that, yeah, I'm damn stupid, How can I believe in this stupid thought of mine that has been creating all this unwholesome kind of problem for me? Then you say, now then you know, huh? Now then you know that you are so stupid. Now then you know that you're so unwholesome. Yeah. Okay. To each his own problem. I better mind my own business. Congratulations, you hit it. You hit the right spot of your practice. And this is how you're going to progress. And from there, we start to take off. And slowly, as we practice along the path, bit by bit, we manage mentally, we manage to see whatever unwholesome thought we know, we manage, we take note, okay. We don't react to it. When you adapt that kind of wrong reaction, non-reactions to the certain thought, that thought will lose its effect or influence over the mind in no time to come. And it would never surface again. Because your mindfulness becomes sharper and it can acknowledge. Watch it and okay, no more. Watch it, no more story. Last time, watch it, a lot of story. Now you just watch it, it's just a thought. It's just a thought. Even though you may be, unintentionally sitting on the vehicle and people on the radio, right? And it's not that you want to listen because you have ears. You perceive, and then a certain song will come in, and you will notice when you sleep, this song's still there. It's still spinning up in the mind, this song. And you say, oh, yeah, okay. I don't have to, we don't have to own a radio. We have an internal radio that's on, right? And you don't care. You just go back to your breath or go to your focus on the meditation object and whoop, you go into concentration or you went to the sleep and that's it, right? And if you were to be mindful next morning, right? If this thought still manifests itself, you can see that, I thought the radio is off. No, your mindfulness lapses. That's why you see this mind of a human being never stops. It keeps manifesting. It has the impact. It keeps thinking. It's just that your mind are able to put to a stop switch and whoop, go into a state of what we call pavanga. Go to a state of calmness or state of, pawang, like sleep, deep sleep. Yeah? That's why we can have mental rest. And why people can't rest, go crazy? Because they can't rest. There's always in this time of, very shallow sleep. They can still hear sound and the sort of dreamy stage and sort of frustrations, all, emotionally affected. And it affects their mind state and affect their bodily conditions, their health. And don't feel nice. They can pop out all kinds of vitamins and it can't help. So you see, so if you meditate, it can help. Because meditation is the best medicine. And there's your breath. You just bring your mind to an object. And you just put the object Focus on the object, on the breath. So breathing in, you know. Breathing out, you know. You just be mindful of this object. And in no time to come, the mind will go into a state of calmness because of the power of your focus, the power of mindfulness that enhance, that have the strength. Better still if you generate thoughts of goodwill. When we generate thoughts of goodwill, you feel very nice. May I be peaceful and happy. May I be free from all stress and pain. May I be free from animosity. May I be free from oppressions. May I be free from trouble. May I look after myself with this. We keep repeating this thought over and over again. And if you feel that, Achana, it's too long leh, how? Short one, no? May I be peaceful and happy, healthy and strong. Wow, good one. You want to be healthy and strong, peaceful and happy. Hey, good, okay. Work out a phrase that you love it. Your mind really loves it. May I be peaceful and happy, healthy and strong. You just make any phrase that you like it. It's a very positive phrase, powerful phrase. And you just repeat in your mind. And you can see these thoughts, this kind of wholesome thought that has the impact in your own mental health, your own mind state, that you feel nice, feel very happy. After you think of this good thought to yourself, you see, even your complexion also change, your mood also change, you see. But that doesn't mean your heart is forever dwelling in the state of loving kindness. You got to do it again and again and again. And when the mindfulness lap, you can see the mind will slip back to the old habitual way of thinking, right? And because we have to associate in the world, right? We got to think of the responsibility that we uphold, but deep inside we must have this base, what we call fundamental kindness in us. So whatever we free, we generate this thought of goodwill, and you feel very nice. When you feel this very kind, nice feeling emerging deep inside your heart, inside the heart and upwardly, then you spread out towards to your family members, your wife, your husband, your daughter, your son, your grandson, granddaughter, grandparents, the relative, friends, externally, slowly circling outside of you. You see? You have this focus and you feel nice. So even though people might still misunderstand us, but because we harbor this kind of good thoughts, there's no ill will to any misunderstood people have or had on us. You see, because we bear no ill will, so there's no effect. We only bear goodwill. So this goodwill will protect us. This goodwill, this forgiving heart, being able to go forgive, being able to dare to accept the mistake and apologize and say, okay, it's okay. You see, then we can be a more happier person. You see, because if we were to look in our human existence, no one lives but in the past 150 years or no. Even yes, or so what? It's just a body that's long life. But how about the mind state? Right? It's the most important is a mind state that we are referring to. That's why when we say developments, bhavana, also called meditations, we meditate, we develop from the most coarse one, the precepts, and the mind. And these two things move hand to hand together. So when you meditate and the mind comes to a state of calmness, right? Stay there. Don't be in a hurry to know too much things. Stay there. Because very rare, very, very rare, the practitioners can experience calmness. Very rare. You see? I dare to put my statement very rare, especially in our this 2020, the middle of the Buddhist era, 5,000 years now is 2600. It's more rare. Why? Because our mind has been so much engrossed with external things, and there's so much thing that's more interesting than meditations. We have all this smartphone. They're going to take away all your time, all your energy, all your focus, your mental strength, mental attention into the phone rather than onto your own mind. But a lot of people, they mistaken. When I'm watching the phone, I'm focusing, my mind is not going anywhere. Bullshit, you're out there. You're out there. You just are reading a books. You're out into the books, out to the knowledge, to the vast knowledge, ocean of vast knowledge. V-A-S-T, vast. You are drowned in this ocean of knowledge. And with this drowned knowledge, people can be very arrogant, can be very, big-headed about their knowledge. And that's very important. And I say, in this world, when we go heaven, we go alone. We go to hell, we go alone. We are not going to go with other people. To each his own karma. So as we practice, we start to understand what we call to each, I'm the own owner of my own actions. Heir to my actions, born of my actions, related through my actions, and live dependent on my action. Whatever I do, good or bad, to that I will be the owner of my action. It's very fair. So whatever thing happen to he or she, or whatever statement or whatever thing people say, the problem, leave them alone. You see, this world will live on without us. This world will still go on without he or she. Right? We only talk to those people that willing to listen. You see, like the Buddha. The Buddha don't just go and teach. No, the Buddha have the jnana, the knowledge. He knew who to teach and what to teach, and is it time to teach. You see, the Buddha knew. He go, and he give result. But nowadays, we are not the Buddha. You see, but our Buddhist circle people are longing for encouragement, Dharma encouragement. You see, Dharma encouragement, we need to have practitioner with hands-on experience. You see, reading books, everybody can read books. You see, there are many scholarly individuals out there. They are walking Tripitaka, walking, I use the word walking because they can memorize everything up in their head. They are so good in explaining the sutta. I'm talking about hands-on, the practice. Can you materialize in the practice, and how is it going to be done in the practice? You see, did we go through the test and really say, yes, the Dharma is this way? And if you go through the test, then you will say that, no, certain thing is up to individual, because every individual, when they realize the Dharma individually, differently, different occasion, different timing, different situations, because the thing just strike there and pop, they knew it. They understand all. You see, that's why the Buddha said, Dharma is timeless. You got to see it. The individual will only know for himself. You see, so We are here to encourage, right? To encourage, to give the booster. I would say the booster. Like what we're talking about is loving kindness meditation just now, right? It has 11 benefit. 11 benefit. You sleep well, you don't get bad dream, you wake up well, fresh. Sukhang supati, sukhang pati puchati na papakang supinang pasati. Manusa ng piyo hoti, human being will like you. At manusa ng piyo hoti, non-human being will also like you. Tewata rakhanti. Tewada means the divine beings. The holy beings will protect you. Natsa akiwa isang wasatama kamati niya. Fire, poisons, sharp object cannot harm you. Tukvatan chitan samadhyati. When you practice meditation, your mind gets calm down very fast. Mokha vano pasidhati. Yeah. Asa mulho kalang karoti uttaring apati vijano brahma lokupago hoti ni. Your complexions, your outlooking, very nice. Yeah? Very nice, very powerful, very kind, very serene. Yeah? And your mind won't be confused when you die. And Brahma world will be the place to go. So that's the 11 benefit for any person who practice this metta bhavana, right? And I've been repeating this talk, like I always say. You see, we will practice. There's always this kind of new thought, new terminology, and we human beings always like new things. But the same body, same mind, is only different kind of expressions. How are you going to put it? But of course, it's very important, the kind of encouragements, that's going to fortify people into the practice so that people can have the confidence in the Buddha's teaching that in these present eras of 2020, there are a lot of people who want to practice and there's something to testify and they are living human beings, they are monks who go through the kind of testifications that, you got to use your life to change for it. Exchange for the Dharma, you got to go beyond death. Go beyond death. When you don't die, you come back. Yeah, you tell the truth. We can share it, and it's true. But of course, if people who don't, do the kind of full swing, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's just that we are doing certain kind of investment. Some people invest everything they dumbing because it's okay. It's a one-time investment, pump everything in. But some people, no, 50-50. So be it. To each his own karma. That I always say it. You see. But our talk is to tell people that you got to go for it. Go for it. Don't wait. Time is limited. Every day, every second, our breath is leaving us. Every second, our hand drop, our nail grow older, everything grow older. Every second, the breath getting lesser and lesser. So what are we waiting for? We have sense of urgency in the practice that, okay, I'm going to make it efforts, okay? Once a week, twice a week, thrice a week, once a month, I will do the 8 precept, and every day I must meditate. Every day. Be it 50 minutes, half hour, up to you. Whatever you're free, sit and meditate. We have talked enough, gossiping enough, but we haven't meditated enough. We haven't sit quietly by ourselves long enough. And this is the real thing that's happening now. So that will end for my talk for today, and I hope that this talk will encourage for newcomer or long practitioner, boost on the practice. So we'll continue with the sitting and Tonight will be another talk at 8 o'clock, right? 那么今天呢，这个讲座就到此为止。希望呢，这个讲座能够激发你们对这个修行的嗜好有良好的冲击的心态，给你们这个所谓的打这个心针啊，鼓励你们。如果你觉得我这个讲座呢有冒犯到你，我现在向你祈求忏悔，我没有这个内心呢要冒犯谁，只是我讲的方式是比较剧烈一下，这个是我的性格所以不要见怪好吧，修行愉快早登涅槃，盼望如此。